All right, Shalom, your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. I'm going to jump right into the lesson. This is 1 Peter 4 and 12. It says, Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So it's speaking of trials, man. It's speaking of testing. It's not only of trials and testing, but a fiery trial. So a severe trial, man. This is more. This is talking more than the common afflictions and hell catching that we go through in this truth. This is talking about a severe trial, man. So that's what's to be expected. And if we move further and further into the time of Jacob's trouble and the time of Revelation 12 and 12, that fiery trial, that severe trial, is going to be more and more real. I'm going to run that back again. It says, Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. So that severe trial, man, because that's not only a trial. Paul, who wrote this? Salakia. 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 Peter, he wrote this epistle, and he's clarifying what type of trial. It's not just your regular trial. It's a fiery trial. So that just if you really study the scripture, that brings it more into perspective in the times that we're living in right now. I'm gonna run it back again. This is 1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So it's gonna be a severe trial, every brother, man. He's gonna go through it. Some brothers testing and trial is gonna be harder than others. Some brothers are gonna be martyrs for this truth. Some brothers are gonna lose family members or be betrayed by family members. Some brothers are gonna be rounded up and put into concentration camps. Some brothers are gonna be the list gonna go on and on. But there will be a severe trial. There will be a severe testing of faith of the men of the Lord. As we come into these days. I'm gonna go verse 13. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shai's suffering. So Yahweh Shai, he went through those sufferings, man. He drank that cup. He didn't want to drink it, because it wasn't pleasant, man. We don't sit here and say, yeah, I can't wait to catch more hell, because it's not pleasant. But we understand that it's a part of this walk. We understand that it's a part of this truth. But I'm running back again. But rejoicing as much as you're partakers of Yahweh Shai's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So with his glory, when he gets his reward, when he gets his glory for enduring, for going through it, we're gonna get that our same glory as for going through what we had to go through. If verse 14, if you be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, because that's exactly why they're gonna be coming after the men of the Lord, because of the name of Yahweh Shai, because of our the things that we do, the things that we teach, the things that we proclaim out of our mouth, which is prophecy, which is what the spirit of prophecy is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of power rests upon you, and on their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. So why? It says on their part he is evil spoken of, man. So in these coming days we're gonna be labeled as terrorists, you know, uh, uh, what's the word I'm trying to say? Terrorist, anti-government. We're gonna be labeled as rabble rousers, so to speak. Instigators of violence, whatever label they're gonna put upon us, man. They've been setting us up for this. They've been setting us up to put a black mark upon what they call the black Hebrew Israelites. They're already propaganding, using propaganda to paint us as these terrorists, these the anti government people, man. So on their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, as a thief, as evildoer, as a busybody, the men's affairs. That's why we don't go out there and we don't protest. That's why we don't say that we take up arms, that we have to take up arms and fight against Esau. We're not marching with AK-47s or AR-15s, down the street, man. We got Bibles and we preach out of them. That's what we do. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, that word Christian just means anointed, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify Yahweh on this behalf. Verse 17, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if at first begin at us, what shall be the end? What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? So it says, and at first it shall begin with us. It's going to start with the men of the Lord, man. It's going to start with the trials and the testing and the separating. And we're seeing who's, where your spirit truly lies. And knowing this, knowing scriptures like this, it should put a spirit of reflection upon your mind, upon your heart, a spirit of self-examination on your heart, man. Knowing that the Lord is going to deal with his servants first. The trial fire is going to come. It could be in the midst of that trial fire, of that severe trial, that the Lord's going to start judging at the house of the Lord. If I first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh, man? So the Lord's gonna come. Hey, the Lord's gonna get strict, man. He's gonna get severe with it. He's gonna want you to gird up thy loins like a man. Just like he told Job. It's like he told Job, man. He's gonna demand that same get up and see what you're about out of us, out of the men that are out there called to do this work. And with that, I'm gonna get 1 Corinthians 10:13. And we gotta understand, this is where faith comes in. You gotta understand, no matter what you're going through, this is all ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is 1 Corinthians 10:13. It says, there has no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And that way to escape is going to be, having faith, man. Faith is going to be our ultimate escape. It could be in other ways too, but faith is going to be the basis of it. So the Lord's not going to, the Lord made you. He knows your spirit. He knows your limitations. He knows your abilities. He knows all about you. So he's not going to put upon you more than you can handle. So, and the reason he's going to do that, so you can't say that, okay, it wasn't fair that he did. No, because the Lord knows your limitations. The Lord's just. You can't say at the end of the day, well, it's not fair that he put me in this situation. It's not fair. No, the Lord knows all about you. The Lord knows what you can handle. He knows your limitations. He knows what you can do, but he's gonna make a way for you to escape, that you may be able to bear it. So there's always gonna be that glimmer of hope, man. No matter what we go through, there's always gonna be that glimmer of hope, that glimmer of light in the darkest of situations, where the Lord will allow us to pull through. And like I said, this is all ordered through the Most High, man. He controls everything. And get Psalms 37 and 23. And it says, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Most High. He delighteth in his way. So everything that you do, everything that we go through, is through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And the most majority of the time, man, it is truth. It could be a hard walk sometimes. It could be a hard walk. You're plagued in the mind with all kinds of things, man. You're vexed in all kinds of ways. The burdens can come from everywhere. Financial burdens, health burdens, physical limitation, physical burdens, troubles at work, man. Uh, afflictions of health, You know, it could be just anything, man. But that's what ordained by the Lord. Though he fall, verse 24, though he fall, he shall not utterly cast down. For the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. Though he fall, he shall not utterly cast down. But though he will fall, we will fall, man. We are going to fall. We are going to fall short, man. But if you are sincere, the Lord will uphold you. Verse 25, I have been young, and now I'm old. You have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. The righteous have never been forsaken. So if you're one of the elect, man, you're gonna be in good case no matter what happens. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. So there it is. Depart from evil and do good. Just telling you how to get in those good graces. Depart from evil, man. Turn away from the this world. Follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your abilities. You know, Seek ye first the kingdom. That's how you depart from evil. Instead, I'm gonna get Isaiah 41:10. This is just an exhortation. To build brothers up and myself also of the things that are coming, because that's you gotta reflect on that, man. You gotta reflect on let the rest of the world think that we're gonna have Thanksgiving and it's gonna be cool, and we're gonna have Christmas and New Year's and everything's gonna be all right, and Biden's gonna make it all better for us. Let the world think that folly, man. If you're a man of this truth, then you know exactly what's coming. You know exactly what's gonna go down. And if you're a man of the truth, we all know that what's gonna come and what's going to happen is not gonna be very pleasant, man, to say the least. So it's very important that we meditate upon these things. So I'm gonna get this Isaiah 4:10. It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. And we gotta remember that, man. We gotta remember that if you're sincerely doing this work, if you're sincerely calling upon the name of the Lord, if you're sincerely following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your abilities, you're sincerely being the best brother that you can be, then you should have no fear. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. So we gotta believe that the Lord will strengthen us in those times, man. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness, man. So, hey, so how bold is that, man? Just think about that. Just look at that scripture, man. That's a beautiful scripture, man. Isaiah 41:10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. So if you got the power of the universe, the exalted power of the universe with you, then there should be no fear and anxiety upon you. That's what let your flesh do that. That's what our flesh does. Our flesh bring about anxiety. Our flesh brings about worry. Our flesh brings about all these negative things, man. That's why the scriptures always say to stay in the spirit, man. Our flesh is what fears. So to stay spiritual, you're not gonna fear nothing. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness, man. Hey, that's beautiful right there, man. That's something really to think about. Instead, I'm gonna get Psalm 31:24. It's Psalms 31:24, and it says, "Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thee. Your he shall Salakia. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. All ye that hope in the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your mind, man. So he'll give you a strong mind to withstand the things that need to come, man, that are coming. He'll give you that strong mind. But you got to have that courage. You got to have that faith to begin with, man. That's the foundation. Then I'm gonna jump to verse Salaki. I'm gonna get to Philippians 4:6. It's a real quick lesson. Salak. Philippians 4:6 says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be made known to your house." So be careful for nothing. So, don't have that anxiety upon you. I mean, there's a saying that says, control the controllables. Whatever you're able to control, what's in your realm of of ability, then you control that. But the things that you can't control, the outer circumstances, you give those to the Lord. You can control, what time you go to sleep, or well, we has no free will, but you know, to the most part, you know what you got to do. You know in your mind what you got to do. You know what you can control, what's in your realm of ability. You know that if you do this, then this consequence will happen. If you don't do this, then this will happen. So you know what you got to do. But the things that you can't control, you give to the Lord. The things that are out of your power, you give those to the Lord, man. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, you pray for those other things, man. You pray for those things that are out of your control. You pray for those things that out of your ability. You pray for those things. You let the Lord handle that, man. I'm gonna get that back. And if you do that, then you lessen your anxiety. Because when you're praying, you're in the spirit. Like I said, our flesh is what makes us have anxiety, have doubt, have fear, have terror. Our flesh is, the scripture says that our flesh is a shade of darkness, man. So of course it's going to have a negative effect on our mind. Our carnal side is always going to have a negative effect on our mind, or the way we think. So to pray and give supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be named to Yahweh. So when you pray, you be thankful, man. You're thankful that you win this truth another day. It don't matter how shitty a day you had or how bad a week you had. Your woman left you or whatever, man. Hey, if you still win this truth and the Lord's still allowing you to understand this truth, and you have the ability to do the work, you have the ability to make videos, you have the ability to go out there in the highways and hedges, whether a brother, doing it in the camp, or brother has to do it by himself, because there's brothers that go out there and teach by themselves. At the end of the day, you should be thankful that you got that. Verse 7, and the peace of Yahweh, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds to make sure Yahweh shy. So hey, that's what it is, man. Hey, let go of the anxiety. The thing you can't control, give to the Most High. Be thankful. Be in prayer. Be thankful that you're another day in this truth. Let your request be known. Ask for more faith. Ask for the things that you need that you can't control in your life, man. And if you do this, what does it say? And the peace of Yahweh, which passes understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds to Meshach Yahushai. Then you'll reach that other level of spirituality, the other level of a spiritual man. And you go to verse 8, it's talking about a positive mentality, man. And hey, that's everybody says that, man. If you look at all these these psychologists and everything, that positive mentality, that's a stepping stone, man. You go around with a woe is me spirit, that can really have an effect on you, not only on your mentality, but on your health also. Studies have shown that having that negative mentality, that woe is me mentality, it can affect your health, man. It can affect the outcome of everything. So in this scripture right here, Philippians 4 and 8, basically telling you to have a positive mentality in all things, man. That's how you win. That's how you get over the difficulties in your life. That's how you push yourself to do the thing that you got to do. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Philippians 4 and 8 says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think upon these things. Hey, so that's beautiful, that positive mentality, man. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard. And it's talking about the scriptures and the teachings that the apostles of great millstones have given us, and seen in me, do the examples that were given, and the power of peace shall be with you. So that's what it is, and the power of peace shall be with you, man. So hey, that positive mentality, man, in these times to come, it's going to be more necessary than ever. With that, I'm going to get Isaiah 48:10. And that's going to be what you're going to need when these things come upon us, man. And like I said, let the rest of the world think everything's going to be all right. Let the rest of the world think that These vaccines are going to save everybody. Vaccines are going to save everybody. Let them think that, man. Let them think that just going to continue on for the next 10 years. Let them think that. If you're a brother in this truth, if you're a man with understanding, you know exactly what's coming around the corner, man. You know exactly all the unpleasant, difficult things that are coming in this present time, man. Not next year, but it could be next month, man. It could be in the next few months where all hell breaks loose. You already see in other parts of the world, and that's how it always happens. It always happens in other parts of the world. That's like a trumpet being blown, because the majority of the elected, the policy are in America. So that's like a warning sign. Hey, like that's like the Lord telling, hey, I'm starting to do this. Get ready. We see all these other things, other countries. That's the Lord saying, get ready, brace yourself. This is what I'm gonna do. And so you got to take heed of that, man. It's just I'm gonna get Isaiah 48:10. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. So I said that's what it says. So basically, the point I want to get is a furnace of affliction. That's how we're gonna get refined. That's how we're gonna get purified. That's how we're gonna get purged. Because this is a purging process, man. Your whole walk is a purging process. Everything you go through is a purging process. You always got to keep that in mind. You got to purge yourself from the sin of this world. You got to come out and hurt my people. You know, and the Lord's gonna put afflictions on you to do that. The brothers always bring an analogy of like going to the gym. You gotta work for the things. You gotta work for that healthy body, and you're gonna. So if you think about it, you go to the gym, right? And you lift weights, you go work hard at it. You're gonna be sore, and you're gonna feel weak. But you have to go through that to get stronger. You said, why am I feeling more weaker? I'm not supposed to get stronger. Well, because you got to pay that price, man. You got to be refined. You got to go through the affliction. You got to go through that trial, you know? So if you're an elect man, you got to go through that trial, man. If you're a man of the Lord, you got to go through that trial, you know? Because scripture says that all that live godly shall be persecuted. So elect they will be persecuted, man. There is going to be trouble coming, but we know this. So we have the warning. It's not going to come unto us like a thief in the night. That's why it's important in these days to stay diligent, to stay steadfast, to stay in the faith, to stay prayed up. With that being said, just a real quick lesson, exhortation to all the brothers out there, keep on pushing, man. Hey, this is the time, man. This is the time. You know, I can't say more clear than that. With that being said, man, I'm going to give an honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Call Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.